What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Tsunami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the legendary summon for part 2 of the 350 million download celebration. I want to talk about a little story, a little bit of a drama that took place, not really drama, but just something funny that happened in Dokkan regarding the upcoming banner, as well as how you can prepare right now for the part 2 LR summons. So we'll start with this little incident that happened. For those of you who are unaware, this already happened and has been resolved since, but there was something that there was a bit of a blunder that happened in Dokkan. I actually recorded a campaign news reaction video that I wanted to drop. I ultimately decided against it because I had like 8 other videos to drop on the first day of the campaign. I kind of regret not being able to not having released this one because we had something happen after the fact. So as you can see on this image, we've got the legendary summon. We've got Krillin and Gohan on the left. We got Vegeta on the right. Exciting, right? Take a look at this. Oh, and then look at that. And then look at this. Do you notice a difference? Thanos showed up in Dokkan and snapped away Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta. Why? Well, because, funny story, over on JP, they were never given those images. They were just given this, except in the JP format with the JP symbol, Japanese symbols. It was just supposed to say legendary summon is coming. That's it. However, Global kind of dropped the ball and accidentally released these images a little too early, thereby giving away the identity of the 2 new LRs. We didn't even know there were going to be 2. We thought there was only going to be 1. And till this point, we were kind of assuming it wasn't going to be Zenkai Vegeta. So much to my surprise, I was very happy to learn that Zenkai Vegeta indeed still has a shot at being there. If not, I mean, it's pretty much confirmed, right? Like, with Gohan and Krillin on one side, Vegeta in that outfit on the other, it's got to be the Zenkai Vegeta. In any case, 2 new LRs are coming to Dokkan. Global dropped the ball and accidentally released those images too early. They tried to cover it up, but too late. So, now, how can you prepare for these 2 new units? We'll start by taking a look at the Krillin Gohan. I'll give you a short answer. You can't. Right now, we don't know how these units are going to work. We don't know what skills they have, their overall builds. We don't know how many medals they're going to need of whatever. So you can't really farm out the medals needed to get them done because we don't know what they are. Plus, there is no Krillin Gohan unit currently in the game. The only Krillin duos that exist, Krillin 18 and Krillin and Piccolo. And then, of course, you got the Exchange Krillin, which isn't really a duo. But that's it. There is no Krillin Gohan, which means farming out his super attack free to play is impossible at this time. So if you're going to be summoning on this banner, which again is generally advised against, you probably shouldn't, but if you do, you're going to have to use some Kais, which means I would advise, once again, go check out my video where I talk about farming out free Kais. There are some events that you can do to farm out those Kais right now that are still in the game. You can go to the treasure shop and then buy them out. So definitely go check out that video. I will provide a link in the description for some of these awesome free Kais. This is how you Dokkan responsibly, people. Save yourself some of the strain of having to spend those precious Kais from summons and just get them for free. It's easy. Now, for the other unit, the Vegeta. It's pretty obvious that his name is just going to be Vegeta as an SSR, right? I mean, look at this. Look at all these Vegetas. This is the first one, other than the new Exchange Krillin Vegeta, that is actually from the Namek Saga with this outfit. I don't think we've had another Vegeta who looks like this, with the lack of the shoulder pads and this exact like navy blue Saiyan armor. We've never had that. We've got the regular blue ones from later on with the upgraded Bulma versions. We've got the ones with the shoulder pads from the original, but we've never had one from the Namek Saga itself. So, I mean, that doesn't matter, but the point is he's going to be named Vegeta. That's pretty obvious. So how can you farm out this guy's super attack? Well, you can farm him out using your free-to-play Vegetas, and there are actually quite a few options. So, if you are patient enough and you are willing to do the work, you can save yourself possibly 9 Kais, and you can use those either on your Gohan Krillin units or on anything else that you potentially pull during this celebration. Meet Hyperbolic Time Chamber Vegeta, meet Coat Vegeta, and meet Bodied Vegeta. These 3, actually there is one more I should point out, the Super Strike, so we'll bring that as well. Meet Super Strike Vegeta. These 4 Vegetas are among the ones that you would want to use to farm out that super attack. I would actually advise against this one because it takes way more effort to do this, and it's not worth it. Opportunity cost is not exactly there. So I would go for one of these 3 Vegetas. Now, which one should you go for? I personally recommend you go for the STR Vegeta because his story event is currently available until the beginning of October during the entirety of this 350 million download celebration. You can go in here with Vegeta's family to increase the drop rate, and there are a ton of Vegeta's family units, both TURs, LRs, EZAs, all that good stuff to enhance your drop rate capabilities. And you can jump in and get the Vegeta copies from Stage 5. Also, this unit is really good in his own right. He is an infinite stacker of the free-to-play caliber who raises attack and defense and has a really nice exchange mechanic for, given his time, he was really good. He still is really good. So if you haven't even farmed him out, you should. And then if you have him at the, the SSR level, you'd still be able to, wait, where'd the other one go? Oh, here it is. You'd have an infinite attack stacker if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend that, but yeah. Farming out this guy and awakening him would be a good idea, and then using him as SA fuel for other units would also be a good idea. And of course, there's two methods to do this. You can either simply infuse the 50% level SSR Vegetas into the new Vegeta, or you could Z-awaken these SSR copies to transcend and make them URs, and thereby increasing your percentage to 100%, which would only require you then to have 9 copies of the Vegeta. 9 copies, each with 100%, means you will boost your super attack by 9, getting you to SA 10. Generally, that's the better option and as far as satisfaction is concerned, because you never fail. But it is a little bit more resource intensive, so if you're a newer player, you don't have as much money, you don't have as many Elder Kai medals, or you're missing some training items, you might be better off just using the SSR versions at 50% capacity. At 50%, that generally means if you're trying to get a unit from SA1 to SA10, instead of bringing 9 copies of the SSR, you should try to bring around 20 to maybe 22 copies, assuming that half of them succeed, half of them fail. So farming out 22 copies, in my experience, wasn't that bad on this story event because, again, Vegeta's family is one of the better categories to run. You can bring a ton of LRs. I brought a full LR team myself. In fact, let me show you in my character list. Yeah, these are all the Vegetas. So I could literally run a full team of Vegetas, all LRs, giving me like a 245% drop rate, which means 2 guaranteed bonuses, 45% for an extra bonus drop. Really nice way to get this done. You could do it that way. If you don't want to do it this way, you could run 2 other story events. The Coat Vegeta comes from the Dragon Ball Super Broly event. This is currently not active in the game. You would have to use your keys, which you might have if you summoned on the Peruga Dragon Ball campaign. If you did do that and you want to jump in here and not waste your stamina, you can use those keys, jump into this event using movie heroes, and farm out Vegeta on stage 4. Of course, it would cost you keys. And the other way to do this is the same exact thing with the Prime Battle Vegeta event. Today, as of me recording this, this is not available, but it does show up once in a while during the week. So you could either wait for those days to be available, or you can use your keys. Here you have to use Goku's family as the drop rate, which is nice. However, the drawback for the Prime Battle is that you can only use free-to-play units that were obtained from story events. So that does somewhat limit the ease in which you can assemble a Goku's family team. So above all, out of all of these, the STR Vegeta is still the best option, so I'd highly recommend you do that. So that at the very least, you could have one of the 2 LRs super attack taken care of up until SA10. After that, you'll have to invest Kais in the rest of the unit. But with 2 LRs coming, you're going to have 40 Kais, or I guess technically 38 Kais. That's a pretty big cost for 2 LRs. Not many people are going to be able to pay that. So doing whatever you can here and there will help you. And even if you don't pull these Vegetas or Krillin and Gohans, they could help you out in the future if you happen to pull another Vegeta of some kind and later on down the road that you really want to use. So responsible Dokkaning is a mentality, it's a mindset, it's a state of being. You should try to internalize it. Try to do this whenever you can. That way it can save you the potential headache of having to go back and grind one more time when you just don't want to. So hopefully this helped you out. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments, are you going to be summoning on this Part 2 LR banner whenever it drops? And if so, are you going to be planning ahead of time and farming out these super attack dupes for the Vegeta? Or are you the type of person who doesn't like to do it before, but likes to do it after? I'm just going to say, the last time that I put this much effort into planning ahead of time for a unit was the 6-year anniversary. And you all know I got absolutely everything I ever wanted during the 6th year. I was extremely lucky, and I'd like to think part of that was attributed to the fact that I was such a responsible Dokkaner. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future. Click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.